it's good to be back. For those who weren't here last week, I had the privilege of moderating the forum sponsored by the Lemont Tea Party last week about the bond issue referendum. And that was a lively affair and a lot of good information and a lot of participation from candidates. And again, I want to thank the Lemont Tea Party for inviting me, but even more to the point, I want to thank the Lemont Tea Party for putting together another forum that allows for this kind of exchange at the local level. I think one of the great things about the Tea Party movement, generally speaking, is that it is reigniting the conversation among the electorate about the relationship between government and the citizens who finance their government. And nowhere is that more important than the leadership in our local schools, whether it's Lemont or statewide. And I also want to thank the Lemont Tea Party for inviting me, because it gives me a chance to leave Chicago and get a little bit of a mental health break, getting back out into the suburbs while we wait for Rahm Emanuel to take over and solve our problems in the city. So it's a pleasure to be out here. I'm going to go over the rules briefly, and then we'll get right to it, because we've got a lot of candidates. And I should note, as far as I understand it, somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but all the candidates that are running for school board are here. So that's also a testament to this process and to the Lemont Tea Party that all the candidates have shown up. So just the ground rules, not taking questions from the audience until later in the event. If you have a question for the candidates, there will be someone passing out index cards for you to write your questions down. We will not be taking any questions on the pending litigation. Don't forget, as Stephanie mentioned, to vote for or against, or maybe Michelle, but to vote for or against the referendum. There's a red box at the back table. We want to see how you feel about this $20 million referendum. Only vote once. Wait for the election day to pull those. The tally of the vote will be given at the end of the evening. Tonight you'll be hearing from each of the candidates. Each candidate will have 5 minutes to talk about themselves, why they're running, and why you should vote for them. If each of the candidates will speak when they're spoken to stand up and speak, so everybody can recognize them and hear them. And if for whatever reason people in the back can't hear me or can't hear the candidates, just yell for us to speak up or yell for me to shut up, as the case may be. Timekeeper, Matt Stelton over here, so he will be the one you want to look to for the high sign when you're running out of time. And I'll try and let you finish your thought, but again, 5 minutes introduction. During the Q&A, will be 3 minutes. Don't feel the need to use all that time so that we can get to as many questions as possible. Candidates, no mystery here. We're just going to go in alphabetical order. And then, in addition to the questions from the audience on index cards, I may throw in a few of my own questions as well, just to make things a little bit more exciting. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to our first candidate.